We live right now. Where we at? Where we at? We live right now. Oh my God. What is up, man? It's time. You already know what happens when you come up in here. When you always automatically, when you come up in here, hit the thumbs up button. It's like wiping your feet when you come in. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Like this bad boy. Hit the thumbs. It's wiping your feet, baby. That's all it is. It's wiping your feet before you come into my home. Giving you that Saturday work. Let's get it. Saturday work. Hit the thumbs up button when you come in. I can tell when you're coming in, you're not hitting the button. Come on now. Do your boy a favor. Wipe your feet before you come in. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Maurice in the house. Let's get it. Come on. There you go. You guys are doing it now. Let's get it. Let's do it real big. Let's get 100% ratio. Come on. What up, Alex? What up, Sean? Connor? Phil? Marley? Isaiah? JBE? Jordan Bolden? Michael Lee? Connor again. Hit the thumbs up. Vinny? Manish? Where we at? Keep hitting the thumbs up button, baby. Let's get it popping. Let's go. Wavy DC in the house. Wavy DC in the house. He's resilient, I tell you that, if anything. Daniel D in the house. Louisiana Banks in the house. Ari Spector in the house. Shakari in the house. What up, Willie? Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Come on, let's get it to 50. Let's go. More than enough people in here to get it to 50. Wipe your feet before you come in. Haters, I know you sitting right there lurking. Just go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I know you don't want to, but you want to watch the content still. Hit the thumbs up button. Sean Henry says the Fat 5T looks good. Maurice getting it started with a super chat to support the movement. Good job, Maurice. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Man, only a few hours away. I said I was going to come through for your boy on Saturday. I came through. You know what I mean? Damn, Kelly Bryant is out for the game. I was just about to ask y'all about that. Well, I was looking forward to seeing Kelly, and but now I want to see the defensive kid. What is he, about 6? He look like he's about 5'5", 400 pounds. He be killing it. What's his name? Kobe. I don't have any information on Tua. I would have to imagine that he will be playing. What do I think of Emory Jones? I'm confused. Like, come on, man. Your first time ever on the internet or something? Let's go. Let's get it. Reginald. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it to 50 right away. This will be the quickest one. Let's get it there before. Come on, let's go. Tua definitely playing. Can't sit this one out, says Phil. Saban said if Tua feels good in the warm-up, he'll play. Maurice says, go watch the video on the channel on Fab 5. Which one? How much stuff did I do on Fab 5? Ain't got the damn shirt right behind me. Like, come on. Are you going to ask me what I think? I think he's trash dookie. But I just got this T-shirt. Come on, man. Come on. Sometimes you got to use your better judgment. Come on. Let's get it to 50. Let's go. I ain't joking around. Let's get it. Come on. Wipe your feet before you come in here. There's almost 20 people who didn't wipe their feet before they came in here. So I know those people are haters. If you a hater, why you keep watching? That's why I don't know. Come on, man. Wipe your feet. Hit the thumbs up button. Best DB playing, not Delpit. Come on, man. Watch the content on the channel, man. What's wrong with people? Just all you got to do is watch the content on the channel. You don't even have to ask me some of these questions. I just freaking did an Xavier McKinney piece where I said he was better than Delpit, right? So if you watch that, you wouldn't have to ask me that. Jay Johnson in here, Chili. He's like his first time ever here. He said Xavier's the best player, says Fletcher. Thank you. Fletcher watches the content. Some people are new. They don't be new in a live stream. This is not a live stream channel. This is a film study channel. This is not a highlight channel. This is not a live stream channel. I'll shut this damn live stream shit down. The film studies are going to be with me forever for the rest of my career. Thomas in the house says, let's get it. All right, y'all. So I wanted to go through some of these individual matchups. I didn't know if we did them before. I can't remember, but I know it makes a lot of people go ham city or whatever like that, ham sandwich and hammer time, thinking about some of these individual matchups in the LSU-Alabama game. All right, let's get to it, man. People were saying about it before, right? He did the thing against Colin Johnson. I said, man, Derek Stingley in prison, Colin Johnson. I was breaking down the film, doing everything like that, and I was wondering, I was like, some of the stuff that he did, right? The further the ball went down the field, you can't mess with Derek Stingley because he can outrun you most of the time, right? He's going to outrun pretty much everyone except these guys in this Alabama game. So that's what makes it interesting on the long stuff. But the short stuff, I thought, left a lot to be desired. Even against Colin Johnson, I could see how if some of these routes were quicker routes, some of the quick in and out breaking routes, some of it footwork, right? People were jocking Jay-Z with the speed turn and all that goofy shit like that. You know what I mean? You're going to speed turn on a quick route. You're going to waste a whole second or whatever like that, turning your entire body when you can just flip your hips. That's what it's made for, right? Like Usher said back in the day, that's what it's made for. You're going to do that, you're not going to be able to compete in the quick game fashion. So fast forward to the Florida game. We see what was going on against Van Jefferson in the quick game. He had nothing to offer Van Jefferson in the quick game. So people had excuses about that. But after the Colin Johnson game, the first name that came up, people said, I can't wait to see him go against Jerry Judy. So that's one of those guys. If you're a fan of wide receiver cornerback play, that's definitely one of those dream matchups and stuff like that, especially with all the hype that Derek Stingley has and the hype that Jerry Judy gets, despite not doing what he was doing last year and people on the team doing what he was doing last year. But it is what it is there. So who do you guys favor in a matchup between Jerry Judy and Derek Stingley out wide? Shout out to Thomas Roberts. Thank you for the super chat. Knox back in the house. What up, Knox? What's up, Aaron? D-Sting, they say. All right, we can get more Judy. All right, who do you favor in the quick game, which is obviously Jerry Judy's game, right? He's a master worker of the quick game, slants, hitches. They do a good job of playing them out of the slot where it's tougher to press him, right? Or it's tougher, he has a two-way go. Do you favor, if they were to travel Derek Stingley, which I thought they would ever do, travel a true freshman with perhaps the best receiver in the country, Jerry Judy, who would you favor in a quick game matchup? Quinn said definitely Judy. Judy because he's more explosive. He's not more explosive than Derek Stingley. You must be out of your mind. Derek Stingley ran a 4.3 or something like that. Jerry Judy probably not running a 4.5 or just running a 4.5. Stingley, the truth. We didn't ask you if he's the truth or not. Can you answer the question? Judy, says Corey Brown. Judy says Brandon Barnes. I think Judy has the edge until Stingley develops more. Stingley's going to be great, though, says Ari. That's some good stuff. Somebody got to go today. What the hell I got to do with this? JJ is a nightmare. You got to be patient at the line, but you got to know he has the speed to make you miss at the line and strike the band. I think that's people can't judge speed and quickness. Those are two totally different things. He has the quickness definitely to make you miss, and he has the imaginative. He hits you with those muscle relaxers, those quaaludes, and then but as far as just flat out deep speed, he's not faster than Derek Stingley. But it really comes down how well Tua throws it. Why are we even talking about that? We're talking about one of the best throwers of the football there is. Stingley, he's a freak of nature on one of the few QBs that has quickness to stay with him, says Corey. I'm not going to lie. Corey be annoying like a mama chump, but he's steadfast. Judy going to catch a few, but Stingley will shine more today. Stingley's going to shine. This is the time to shine. You want to shine, right? All right, here's another thing. All right, I'm going to venture off this topic, right? Recency bias. Y'all know that nothing I hate more in life than recency bias and people jocking Jay-Z, dick eating true freshmen and stuff like that. I hate that. People never give credit to veterans and people who've done it before. Everybody always enamored with the new thing. So somebody hit me up in the comment section that said that people were saying that Alabama has the greatest wide receiver core of all time. All right, before we go off on a tangent on that, does Alabama have the greatest wide receiver core of all time? What up, VTW? Brian says, no, they don't. Charles says, impressive video on Xavier. Respect. Appreciate it, bro. That's like my third one. I do one every year on Xavier McKinney. He was the first thing I ever did on the channel when I didn't even have a channel. No. Probably they are good, says Daniel D. Daniel D just started watching football 2 years ago. If that. They must have just started watching football if they say that, says Bankroll. Exactly. Daniel D. And these people like Daniel D. and these guys, do they know that Santana Moss was once on a freaking football team with Reggie Wayne, who also had Andre Johnson on the team as well? Hello? You ever saw Lavernius Coles play with a Peter Warrick in a Snoop Menace? Odell Beckham, if we could start at LSU, Odell Beckham play with Jarvis Landry and Ruben Randall. What are we talking about here? You can't stop with the recency bias stuff, man. I can go all up and down. You guys is crazy. And you said been watching since 96. Well, you watching, but did you watch? Probably. Like, get out of here, man. And these defenses today are watered down. Your boy, all them boys that I named right there, they were going to get some serious ass defenses. These guys get to go against defenses where even the LSU doesn't barely have a top 25 defense. Imagine that. Back then, with them, come on, man. Adrian Green went to UGA, right? What does that mean? You said wide receiver core. We're not saying just one wide receiver. How many first-round wide receivers will be on the field today for LSU's Bama? I'm guessing at least 4 to 5. So much talent. Definitely a lot of talent. But guess what? None of these guys played in schemes like that either. Nobody's playing in a quick, kid-friendly offense where you're getting slants and 5-yard patterns thrown to you all the time. Most of those guys I named had to play in pro-style offenses, and they still balled out. I'm talking about fullbacks and everything. This isn't early 2010s, man. Come on, man. Let's just talk about this. Brian Thomas, okay, well, we just saw Van Jefferson give that dude the blues. What are we talking about? He had really nothing to offer Kyle Pitts. Like, come on, like, relax, bro. This pretty, very good talent. One of the best talents that we've seen, but come on, he's got to compete too, right? He's not seen the best receiver that he's seen thus far was Van Jefferson, and Van Jefferson had little to no trouble. So a lot of these kids that grow, like, you know what I mean? People always think like he's not a finished product. He's just a true freshman. Imagine what he'll be at in 3 years. But as of right now, these guys who know the tricks of the trade, all these veterans, Alabama's guys, they've been in it for 3 years now. That's tough. That's going to be tough. Now, I'm not saying that he can't compete. He will compete. I expect him to make plays and everything like that. But come on, bro, you doing too much. Which running back? We're not talking about that. You're in the wrong channel. You want to change the subject on my channel? Super chat. Hit that money button to change the subject. Other than that, ride with what I'm talking about. Or I got to get you up out of here. Saw a guy on Bleacher Report comment section stealing one of my catchphrases. That's how it is, man. People, you know what I'm saying? People like to steal in life. People like to steal in life. Give credit to where credit is due. Don't be stealing people. Don't be stealing my shit. You can steal other people's. Other people probably don't have shit to steal, but don't be stealing my shit. Me and my goons run down on you for real. Perry Malcolm say hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get it, y'all. I'm gonna try to live stream into this Florida game too, so we can watch a little bit of the Florida game. Any Gator fans here? All right, so moving on past that. Flesh said, if you still top billing shit, we will find you. We gonna find you. What they say? What catchphrases they steal? The worst is the people on here stealing my shit that have channels. That shit is goofy. I'm definitely gonna find you. Non-user says, go Gators. All I'm saying is this receiving core is really good. We know that it's really good. We're talking about the greatest of all time. That's just going too far. Some of these guys ended up going to the NFL and becoming Hall of Famers. You're talking about guys who haven't even played one snap in the NFL. We do not know how their careers will even go. You guys got to stop with the recency bias stuff, man. Van Jefferson is better than Seth Williams right now. What you mean? Somebody said that? Well, they said that Seth Williams was better than Van Jefferson? Who said that? This Bama group, though, is going to have, what does first-round picks got to do with anything? They're having the first-round picks. They're being thrown to by one of the greatest college throwers, right? We've seen Tua. We know that. And they're playing in a kid-friendly offense. It's designed to have that. But guess what? Andre Johnson is going to the NFL Hall of Fame. Nobody cares where Andre Johnson was picked, even though he was picked high. He's going to the NFL Hall of Fame. Santana Moss and all these guys killed NFL players. Like, you guys really show your thong, in my opinion, when you talk about stuff. Like, it makes me question all kinds of stuff about you. I question stuff beyond your football knowledge. I'll be like, dang, man, he might take pipe for a living. I can't wait to see Jared Gilbert. I'm confused. This sad Falcons fan dude is struggling. Nobody gonna care about no Riley Ridley and McCole Hardman. as a top receiver duo. I mean, come on, man. Santana Moss was a dog in the league. Exactly. We're talking about people who balled out in the league. Reggie Wayne? Reggie Wayne? Come on, man. The question are they the best group in college? No, the question are they the best group in college because people are projecting them to the NFL. If we were talking about who's the best in college, we can go back to the Hawaii wide receiver core when they had Cole Brennan. All those dudes were killing it. People are saying this because they are projected to go to nothing else. They're just saying this because, like they said, they're projected first-round picks, right? But so then if they did that in college and all of them went to the NFL and didn't play well, nobody would say that. And you know that. The shit has to continue for the narrative to continue. No, they're not just talking about college because it's for prospects for the league. Nobody cares what you did in college. I want you guys to right now start talking about guys that balled out in college that didn't do anything in the NFL. People don't talk about them the same anymore. Is anybody talking about Trent Richardson like they used to talk about him when he was in college? No, it's because he was balling out and we thought he was going to be one of the best in the NFL. He flamed out. No people, when they start mentioning great running backs, they don't mention Trent Richardson no more. They'll mention guys who continue to go on in the NFL and ball out. Marcus Mariota, Tim Tebow. What I mean? Thomas Roberts, which defense will make the big stop? Will make the big stop. I feel more confident in Alabama's defense to make the big stop, if I'm being honest about the situation. Because to me, the big stop has to do with pressuring someone. And I feel like Alabama can get an infinite amount of pressure over LSU, especially with the loss of Michael Divinity. I'm not saying he was a great pass rusher by any stretch of the imagination. I thought he was solid. But Terrell Lewis, Anthony Jennings, and then some of those fabricated blitz packages they have and everything like that, I feel a little bit more confident in Alabama's ability to get to the passer. You're going to need to get to the passer in this game. There's no doubt about it. This is what making both of these teams is the passing game. So that's where the stop would be. Yep, Drake Kirkpatrick fills it out. Nobody on. Well, he didn't fill it out. D. Milner, exactly. So D. Milner, people talked about like you wouldn't believe. Anybody mention D. Milner anymore? Don't play me. This is what I do. Marcel Brooks might be taking Divinity's spot. That's cool, but what that got to do with anything? He's a true freshman. He's a true freshman that's undersized for an outside linebacker position. So he's taking Divinity's spot to go against Alex Leatherwood. Greg Robinson. People were talking about him like he was the next great everything. Talked about him in college enough to where he was the second pick in the draft or whatever he was. Anybody mentioning his name anymore? All you have to do is just lose common sense. This shit ain't hard. It ain't hard to me. They're not talking about, oh, it's in college. It's because it's in college because they're thinking like, oh, these guys are about to go to the league and kill it. We already have evidence that those guys went to the league and killed it. You know what I mean? Shaq Lawson. Damn, that's hard. Shaq Lawson, he was dope. Common sense isn't very common nowadays. That's a hard line. Vic Beasley. Y'all gonna get out of Vic Beasley, man. He had at least had 15 sacks in 1 year. Interceptions may be the Leatherwood is a dog. Remember the best prospect ever? Who was that? Aaron Murray. Reggie Ragland. Man, Reggie Ragland ain't balling out. Laquan Treadwell was my dude. I jumped out the window for Laquan Treadwell. I'm not lying. I was like, Laquan Treadwell is the next Dez Bryant. That didn't go so well. Jamarcus Russell, exactly. These people be killing themselves. They try to make themselves feel better about being some kind of recent, you know what I mean? People who are, I don't know, like I said before, I'll be like, man, these dudes probably throwing on women's thongs and wearing them backwards. I know, Peter Warwick, exactly. Crabtree ended up doing all right, though. Torrey Holt for NC State. What about him? What are we talking about? Gator Jones? I don't get it. Gate. Torrey Holt was the truth, but we're talking about wide receiver corps. Like, who else was with Torrey Holt at that time? But Torrey Holt obviously is a borderline Hall of Famer, if not a Hall of Famer, right? Mackenzie Alexander. Dwayne Jarrett. Manziel. Vince Young was the rookie of the year, though. We can't totally put Vince Young there. John Ross. How we get on this? Why we always do this? I don't forgot what I was talking about now. We naming busts. Braylon Edwards. Ryan Leaf, Kevin Dodd, Barkevius Mingo. I knew he was going to fly. They kept calling him Kiki. I was like, man, I ain't calling another grown man Kiki. Come on, if you can't follow the lead, just, you know what I'm saying, bow out. You're too immature. We're talking football here. Eli Apple, I thought he was doing pretty decent, though. Danny Werfel. Dang, that hurt the heart right there. I love Danny Werfel. Percy Harvin was a good prospect, and then he played in the NFL very well. He just didn't have a long career, but he was very good in the NFL. Charles Rogers from the Detroit Lions, suspect. It's not good. Kevin Johnson. Block whoever said Herschel Walker. Somebody said Herschel Walker? I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest Herschel Walker guy. I'm a Bo Jackson guy. Morris Claiborne. Jordan Shipley. Eric Flowers from Miami. Glenn Dorsey had some moments in the league, but you're right, Louisiana Bakes. Limas Swede from Texas. A receiver. He was gangster in Texas. Tony Mandarich, the incredible bulk. Busted. Man, y'all keep saying Tim Tebow. Y'all know I don't want to repeat that Tim Tebow stuff. Y'all know that's my dude. Marcus Spears. Marcus Spears probably up here trying to steal my catchphrases now. He busted. Colt McCoy. Still in the league, though. Still in the league. Justin Blackman. I thought we were going to not talk about Justin Blackman no more after we did that to that man. We're going to all go to jail messing with that man. Corey Coleman already? Dang, Corey Coleman busted out within 3 years. I can name some of those USC wide receiving cores if we're just talking about college. Think about them, some of them receiving cores. People are so crazy with the recency bias. Kelvin Benjamin. Trent Richardson started this whole thing. Jalen Tabor. Vernon Hargraves. Dang, he busted. Vernon Hargraves is a bust to you? I know he don't want to see Julio. He's seeing Julio Jones every year twice. Julio be killing him. Steve Entman. Matt Leinart. Steve Slayton. Vince Young ended up busting, but he was the rookie of the year. You can't take that from him. And he had a couple of good seasons under Jeff Fisher and the Tennessee Titans. Dante Moncrief from Ole Miss busted. Pat White was my dude at West Virginia. He busted. He was a second-round pick. I went to see him in the preseason game when they came and played the Falcons. Zach Mettenberger, busted. Reggie Williams, the receiver, busted. They already said Laquan Treadwell, Jance. LaMichael James, busted. They said, Todd Marinovich, busted. His dad made him bust. His dad probably still right now like, Todd, get in here. We're about to give you a whooping. Man, 50 years old, still getting whoopings. Gentleman's here with the pair thing. Let's get it, gentlemen. I thought your name was George. They didn't say your name on here, George. Appreciate it, George. As always, thank you. Where's all the super chats out there? We got a bunch of small pocket guys today. TJ Yeldon. Oh, that hurts, man. Don't do me like that. Y'all know I love TJ Yeldon. That's my dude. David Buston. David Boston was a bust. We're going to come David Buston. Andy Dalton. No. He's like a 10-year. He's like in his 10th years of starting quarterback. That's not a bust. Some of these guys were flamed out of the league in 1 or 2 years like Corey Coleman about to do. He's still a starter in the league. He's not a bust. Eddie Lacy ate himself out of the league. He ended up being a bust. AJ McCarron can't keep a job. Charlie Whitehurst from Clemson. He was a bust. How can you be a bust as a 9th round pick? We're talking about guys, high round picks that people will pop in and like Daniel D piping these dudes and stuff like that. But then they go to the league and it don't work out well for them real quick. Ryan Broyles, right, from Oklahoma, busted. I think he got injured, though. He was so good. Ryan Broyles, man, look at that. When Ryan Broyles on a team with Mark Clayton? Get out of here, man. Greatest of all time. What happened to the DE from Mizzou? Which one? They all busted. You talking about Michael Sam or who we talking about? Chance Warmack from Alabama didn't live up to the hype. Marcus Dupree from OU, guarantee you 99.9% of you people probably never heard of Marcus Dupree before they had that 30 for 30. Not sure he's a bust. Justin Gilbert, the cornerback, he busted from the Browns. Eddie Lacy was rookie of the year, got a second contract. It is tough to call somebody a bust in that manner. I said he eventually ended up busting, but he was not one of them out the gates. Can't let you do Sam Bradford, one of my top 5 all-time favorite quarterbacks. He was injury prone. But every time he played, I bet you if you look at Sam Bradford's stats, you'd be like, damn, if only he could have stayed healthy. DGB Dorial Green Beckham, that dude busted hard. And I think he'll bust you in your head too. Run up on Dorial Green Beckham. I think he living that thug life, baby. I'm hopeless. Fournette is shaping up to be a bust. I thought he was having a good year. I thought he was like second in the league in rushing. You got to update your data on your computer. Oh, where we at? This game about to start? Y'all tripping. Y'all ain't tell me the game about to start. Jameis Winston can't let you do it. You know I can't let you talk about Jameis. All right, let me turn the game on right quick. Where we at? Let's go. The fact that you call that man Tease lets me know where you at in your life. His name is Jalen. I'm never calling another man Tease. Mark Sanchez was a bust. Tim Williams from Alabama? Man, is it too? We can call him a bust already? I don't know what he's been doing, so you might be right. Hey, where's this game at? What's up, Caleb Hurto? So what's the deal with Chase Young? ESPN, I saw a report that ESPN said that he may be facing a 4-game suspension. How crazy is that? Perry Malcolm must be on that woody. He's commenting 2 times in a row with pink hearts and stuff. I can't even read it. It's got hearts and stuff in it. Nelson Aguilar's a bust. He had a really good season with Chip Kelly and them boys at Philadelphia Eagles. Daniel D said Justin Blackman. We already said Justin Blackman, man. We can't be getting on that dude. We had that whole segment about Justin Blackman and the kind of alcohol he was drinking. I think that right there, they put me on the notice on the radar of the FBI. They're gonna call that a hate crime or something like that because he has real like drinking issues. Clinton Dix is a bust. How Sway? Bosworth was a huge bust. He was a bust. RG3 was a bust. Ended up being a bust, but you can't front. He was rookie of the year, went to the playoffs and did all this. So I bet you a lot of people would want to be a bust like RG3 at the very least. Some of these dudes didn't get to do nothing. Yeah, they are hating on some of these guys. The Philly Flyer hoodie looks nice, says Owen. Don't ever talk about it looks nice, baby. Get you one. It's dope, baby. Get you one. Philly Flyer hoodie. Got the hoodies index. Somebody requested a hoodie, and I jumped on it. And I'm like, damn, these is hard. I like the hoodies. Oh. Man, I know y'all ain't gonna watch no Penn State. I want to watch Penn State. I know y'all ain't gonna watch it. Kyle Pitts. All right. Let's go. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the game. Y'all let me know if something dope happened. All right, y'all. See the orbit motion right there to outside zone stretch. All right, Vandy up there. They went spread, orbit motion to outside. Oh, they wearing them sick ass uniforms. That's probably my favorite uniform in the country with the white helmets. What y'all think about them Jones? Florida run out of a true spread with a number split. Kyle Trask's pocket presence is suspect right about now. Don't start out all listless and stuff. Don't let Georgia beat you twice. Man, y'all can't tell me them Johns ain't hard. Them with the white. Show us what? That sounds suspect, bro. Don't be telling another man to show you. What you talking about? Show you what? Dan's always mad with excuse. Dang, I thought they was gonna. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was gonna come out. They need to throw in some white shoes with them. With them, that would really take it to the next level. Some white shoes with the white patent leather Jones with maybe a blue accent on them. All right, Perry Malcolm, we're gonna have to let you go, bro. And it's funny, man. You've been a pretty long time commenter here. Why do you think that you can continue to post the same thing over and over without super chatting and then have pink hearts in it? This dude right here said obviously he's about to get blocked, but he said a derogatory term. He said only certain people think like that. No, I don't know what the heck you talking about. You said show you what? Be specific about what you talking about. I don't know you from a can of paint. That was a good play by the Vanderbilt linebacker right there. Oh, Vandy coming to play. Don't start off all sloppy and restless. Yeah, the dude got splendor. I think he was talking about the jerseys. I gotta show you some shit that's on TV. Get your own TV. I'm not showing you nothing. I'm gonna get my channel demonetized showing you some. Come on, man, get up out of here. People ain't that. Are you that retarded? You not at home, bro. It's the Florida. You not watch football. It's not like they have 900 different jerseys. It's the jerseys with the white helmet, Jones. The throwbacks. Come on, use your imagination. All right, where we at? Jared Goff is a bust. Deion Jordan definitely was a bust. Y'all got the pin. I want the pin game on too, but Adam Schuler. Vandy has very little to offer on offense, right? So this would be a game to where you not beat yourself. Pause. Man, Derek Mason's spinning hard. He made me want to go in my brush game a little bit more. Early in the year, man, that's gangster. He had like a box or something like that earlier. He was like getting play. Now he waving hard. All right, Perry Malcolm, got to let you go, bro. Thank you for joining us. Where are my mods at? Vandy needs to run the ball. Tendency breakers, right? So if you're going to come out and beat Florida, they know that you're going to run the ball. So that's what they're playing you for. So they're daring you to to pass the ball. They're sending nickel fires. So what's always people say, right? Then if they came out running the ball, they'd be like, man, why don't Vandy pass the ball? You know what I mean? It's a tendency breaker. They knew Florida was going to be playing them for the run. They think they can hit them over the top or with something real quick. All right, so Florida had his mulligan. Now it needs to come out, drive the ball down the field and get the fans into it. Them Gophers gonna row the boat. They're gonna row the boat. What was that thing that we was talking about earlier where people was talking about something? You said it was like pouring a liquor in another man's throat or something like that. What was that called? Y'all had sprung one on me. I didn't know what it was called. Something about the boat. This dude said that I'm doing too much. You're on my live stream, bro. Like, I've never heard of you. You ain't never been here before. What are we talking about here? Like, come on. This is what you do. Hit X or whatever it is to escape up out of this bad boy. Or drive the boat. Yeah, drive the boat. They're not gonna row the boat. They're gonna drive the boat because Penn State about to put it on them boys. Man, I love the Fansville commercials. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite commercials because I get to talk to you, Dr. Pepper Fansville people, every day. My prediction for the Natty and the LSU and Ohio State, too early, bro. People get blocked for doing too early predictions, but we'll give you the Oh, your prediction for the Natty is LSU and Ohio State? You way too early, Playboy. Don't ever promote anybody else on my channel. VTW in the house. Do you think Kirby being a DB and a DB coach plays more to coverage instead of bringing more pressure on the QB? No, I don't think so. I think they do a lot of fabricated blitz packet schemes. However, everybody that is tasked with rushing a passer is young. To be a really good pass rush team, you need to be able to do it organically, right? So if you're saying he's a DB coach, he's not going to want to hang his DBs out to dry. He needs them to get, like you're saying, he needs them to get it organically at the very least. Be able to get it organically. With those type of teams, if they can get it organically without dialing up pressure, it's murder. Those are the number one defenses in the country. Go look at those Alabama teams when they had those pass rushers that were getting after it, like Xavier Dixon, Tim Williams, and these guys when they didn't need to bring second and third level pressure like that. Lights out. So he's trying to develop those guys. He recruited them. Everybody on the team at outside linebacker is a 5-star or at the very least a high 4-star. They need to be getting the organic pressure. So we know Azeez Ojulari can do it. He needs to take the next step, and then you need to find somebody after him. I'm not sure if Jermaine Johnson is that guy. He looks the part when he gets off the bus. However, the results remain to be seen. Can somebody pull up Jermaine Johnson stats for me? Can you do a VCW? How many sacks does Jermaine Johnson have on the season? Are you going to stream the game? What does stream the game mean? What are y'all saying by this? Because I know that you've never been on the channel. I have 150,000 people visit this channel. I think I can remember them all. So I think you're asking me something that will probably get you blocked up in here. Jermaine Johnson has 1.5 sacks. That's it. Oh, let's get the thumbs up going. They said to 100. 0 to 100 real fast. Let's go. No. What does that mean? He doesn't have a TV, I'm assuming. Then why is he watching the live stream? It's time to prioritize and get you a TV. It's more important than watching a live stream with some random dude on the internet. You live in the Philippines. Very confused about you live in the Philippines. Then, like, what is your attraction to this channel? Like, what is this channel going to do for you? I'm confused. But no, I will not be putting content up on my live stream so I can get my channel in jeopardy to show someone a game that they should just be watching on TV. You gotta go find a legal stream somewhere else, bro. There you go. Thank you. Let's get this thumbs up button. Let's pop it. We'll get back into the content here. Checkmate. They call that boy checkmate. You know why? Uh-oh. Checkmate Kyle Pitts. Now here, you asking me, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, let's be real here. Why you up in the live stream? You just clicking on live streams or something like that, bro? It's not a gaming channel. It's not nothing like that. You got some football stuff to talk about? Philippine gaming. Thank you. Let's keep going. I think they do just hit the emoji button and not the like button. Man, Florida struggling to get a yard against Vanderbilt. Imagine Florida with 2 or 3 elite, just 2, maybe 2 interior offensive linemen that are elite, and then an elite running back that every time he touches the ball, like a Philly Flyer, DeAndre Swift, or one of these guys, you feel like he has the chance to make a big play, whether it be of the physical variety or it be kind of the home run variety. Jacob Copeland. Here we go. Jacob Copeland, man, I'm telling you, I think this kid has a future. Oh, Fab Five. Here comes Fab Five in the game, Emory Jones. All right, so 2nd and 4. Guess what I would do? I'm not the hacker, right? The hacker knows more football than I'll ever know. I would actually let him pass because you still have 3rd down. They're going to run the ball. Kadarius Toney. But guess what? Everybody was going to be playing the run right there. You know that let the kid pass. You want to keep a kid around like that? Let him throw. You got to let him throw a touchdown, man. I'm telling you right now. This kid saw Justin Fields in his own class come in and do the same exact stuff. All right, so first down, he needs to pass. Please do not let him run the ball. Pass, showed him that you believe in him as a quarterback. Do not lose this kid to another program. Running the ball, Justin Fields style. Gophers touchdown? How? How, Sway? How did they score? Sloan Cold in the house. What up, Sloan? Come in and run the ball for 2 yards. Why can't they let Emory Jones throw the ball? Come on. A blown coverage? Okay. Tanner Morgan to Rashad Bateman. All right, so Kyle Trask comes in the game and throws the ball to Lucas Kroll, right? On pretty much just a tunnel or something or a bubble. Emory Jones couldn't have done that, and you kind of placate to the guy. I'm like, all right, at the very least, just give him some easy passes, like the easy pass. I feel you, Gator. I feel you. That's what I'm saying. I have a feeling just like that too. You can't see somebody in your class, right? Get a waiver to go somewhere else. If Emory Jones transferred to Georgia Tech right now, he's their starting quarterback. Not saying that he would have success like Fields at Ohio State, but you know he's watching that. They were in the same class. Kyle Trask throwing interceptions. This ain't starting off well. This is letting Georgia beat you 2 years in a row. 2 games in a row. All right, let me see what went wrong on this. Let's wait to see when it comes back from break. See, Florida's Chick-fil-A bowl bound. They'll be here in Atlanta. Let's get it. Oh man, you couldn't have let Emory Jones throw that pick. I'm pretty sure he could have threw a pick. Man, and that's no disrespect to Kyle Trask. I think the word of Kyle Trask. I think he's a very good quarterback. You don't want to lose Emory Jones, in my opinion, man. I'm telling you. Emory Jones fits what Dan Mullen wants to do. Dan Mullen is extremely hampered by having Kyle Trask as his quarterback. He's not a sit back and pass the ball guy. That's not his style. He wants to be able to affect the ball. He wants to be able to affect the defense in a myriad of ways, and that's what Emory Jones does. I said, look back throughout the history of what he's had. Alex Smith, Dak Prescott, Tim Tebow, Nick Fitzgerald. These are the guys he recruits. He inherited Kyle Trask. He would not have been out trying to recruit Kyle Trask. Felipe Franks was probably more in line with what he liked. Slizzon, what up? Don't forget to show my man Murph some UGA, some love. UGA over Florida, he says. Sloan Cold trying to get everybody riled up in here. Murph. He likes QBs who can run and pass. Oh, yeah. Gator Jones says, I don't think he needs to just drop Kyle, but you need to let Jones play and pass the ball. He did a good job passing against Auburn, so let him play and pass the ball. For sure. Murph. I don't think Franks is that good at all. He's not that good, but I'll be honest with you. If you look throughout the entire conference, there's not too many QBs that are going for 24 touchdowns and just 6 interceptions on a season. So saying he's not very good at all, that begs into question, what the hell are all these other guys? The dude at Kentucky, even Kelly Bryant probably not going to do that. Kyle Trask right now, let's be honest with you. He's throwing more interceptions than Felipe Franks has already, and he didn't play the first 3 or something games. He threw more than Felipe did all of last year. Because y'all remember he threw that pick in the LSU game that was called back from a roughing the passer. Kyle Trask might end up throwing 10 interceptions this season. But you got to take the good with the bad, because I think that he moves the ball a little bit better as well. However, he doesn't give you the ability to threaten the defense with his legs. Gator Jones in the house. Florida needs to get over that UGA game. They better do it fast, man, because, all right, here we go. All right. Run the spread with the numbers grips. I think it's Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts supposed to be running a post. But you got to help over the top. What are you doing? You can't throw a post in a you cannot throw a post. That was like quarters coverage, right? So quarters coverage is a little bit different. Quarters coverage, right? Each individual safety is kind of riding the hashes, right? So it'll look like cover 2 where the safeties would bow out, where you would think that you were coming with a post that it would split the middle of them, but they're riding the hashes. So they're essentially almost more like in a third coverage, right? You essentially throwing it right to him. So that's why you can tell that Kyle Trask is still young in his development, even though he's 37 years old. Rich Reigns, let me find out Florida still hungover from that Wody. They got that Wody from the Georgia game. I like seeing Zach Carter and these guys out there. Tadaro Slayton in the house. So Tadaro Slayton. So I want to see some of these young guys will be here next year. Tadaro Slayton's a guy that you're going to be counting on next year. I think he has a load of talent. People are saying that, oh, Florida's got nobody. They losing a bunch of people. I hate when people do that. Then they can't name who people are losing. I don't want Vanderbilt. I don't want to see Vanderbilt score on Florida. That's how you set a statement. Trey Dean's still there. I ain't gonna lie. I think my boy Trey Dean got them good naked pics of your boy, the hacker, Dan Mullen. Why they keep trotting out the same exact thing, expecting different results? Now I understand that Vanderbilt can't pass the ball, so maybe this is a good game to play Trey Dean there because he's still your best tackler, and he is your best blitzer as a corner prospect. So I'm watching on the internet, so I'm going to be behind you guys. So some of you guys are ruining stuff for me. What sack we talking about? Oh, it looks like whoever was on the right side kind of moved quick. That was Grenard was on the right side. Number 11 is Diabate. That's who got that sack. That's another young guy. I'm telling y'all, they got young guys galore. People don't want to say nothing about it. I'm very excited for Muhammad Diabate. Look at him. He looks like a receiver. He looks like he's probably smaller than Tyree Cleveland. And that's just on a delayed wrap. Hit him on a delayed wrap, came in with that speed. Watch when he puts on another 10 or 15 pounds. Muhammad Diabate with a sack. Let's get it. More swing, please. All right, where we at? Murph, does Trask have the naked pics? Man, he may, man. They're not giving Emory Jones any time to throw the ball, so maybe Trask does have some naked pics. Maybe he inherited Felipe Franks' naked pics of Coach Mullen. Gene DeLance, no. Is he a backer or a defensive lineman? Muhammad Diabate, he's an outside linebacker. He's like 6'2", 213 pounds or something like that. He has to get bigger. He does. All right, y'all, where we at? Let's get back into it. Let's go. Let's get it. Where we at? Let's get some stuff going on the commercial break. Jay says Pitts was supposed to run a deep post, but he never cut. You can't cut if somebody's in quarters coverage, though. He's riding the hashes. You're going to literally run right into him. That was a bad throw because you come off that. If you recognize this quarters coverage, you can't throw a post into that. Let me guess. That's what the announcer said. You see how I watch football. There is no sound on this. I don't need somebody to tell me what's going on. Looking like it might be a few more years. Why? Because they're struggling with Missouri the week after they lost to Georgia? I know it's going to be the better game, man, but I don't have any Minnesota or Penn State people on. I needed to have Penn State people on. I took too long to start my coverage, so I'm not sure if I should start that coverage after the season or I should just go ahead and roll with it next week or something like that, but it will be, you know what I'm saying? There are actual Gator fans here in this chat, so. I would run at Zach Harrison all day if I was Maryland. Throw a tight end over there and pound. That's not a bad idea. Somebody let me know what's going on with all these games, because obviously I can't flip back and forth. Canelo. Journey Brown, did he just score? Did Journey Brown just score? There we go. Let's go. 7-7. This chick almost had a mishap on national TV right here with this top on. She saved it. Don't watch much Big Ten football unless it's a big game, but who is that impressive deep end for Penn State? That was your Tier Gross Matos. He's a first-round draft pick. Top 10, top 15 draft pick, in my opinion. But Penn State is absolutely loaded. Wish I was watching that game Camp Front. Jet Sweet time. Who we got? Freddie Swain? Yep, Freddie Swain. Still having to manufacture ways to run the ball, Florida. Can't line it up and just run it against Vandy. Vandy's still trying to stop the run against Georgia. Got to get better in that aspect. Whoa, what was this? Trey Dean? Was that Trey Dean who did that? Just took a man down? Trey Grimes. All right. I think they're starting to get a little bit of a rhythm now. That's 2 straight first downs. Same with Micah Parsons. You just naming people that are popular. Name some unpopular people. Most people don't know who your Tour Gross Matos is. Most people don't know who Cam Brown is. Oh, come on. What is Trash doing? Yep. Shaka Tony, he's the truth. PJ Musfer. The Mustafa brothers. You think they're going to blame that interception on Emory Jones coming in because it was Kyle Trask? Like, man, I can't get a rhythm. Who's more physical than Dameon Pierce? That's not bad tackling. That's somebody you having to square up on a kid that's 227 pounds. If that's what y'all were talking about right there is being bad tackling, I challenge you to square up with Dameon Pierce. Richard Garage in at the right guard. So he put number 31 on autonomous driver. Right now, this dude's going to be working from muscle memory because his brain ain't working. Fab Five. Fab Five in to hand the ball off on a sweep action to Freddie Swain. Somewhere Justin Fields is rolling over in his Georgia grave. Are we living in an era where if there's no chance to make your conference game, you just give no effort? Who are we talking about? Can you specify who's not giving any effort? 31 on straight cruise control, says Byron Allen. That's what it is, baby. Yeah, the car is operating. He ain't in control of it. All right, Fat Five, let's get it. Three by one formation. Who's that? That pitch flexed off. Looking like this should be a pass, but I'm watching it be like a QB draw or something. All right, finally a pass. Somebody getting hell? Was Van Jefferson getting hell? See, that seems backward. Why not pass the ball? Let him get this. If you can't, do not bring Kyle Trask back in. Just let him get the Justin Fields right now watching this. Oh, no, they're playing, aren't they? Are they playing? Ohio State is on right now. Justin Fields can feel this, and he's still rolling over in his Georgia grave, feeling bad for Emory Jones. Bringing Kyle Trask to run the slowest draw play in the history of man. He was motoring, though. That shit was slow. – Kyle Trask running like one of them 1988 Cadillacs. Do you believe Ohio State should be number one? I believe people need to watch my content. They be asking me questions that I've only talked about ad nauseum. I only talked about LSU's being number one like 3 straight weeks. I go by the best resume, not who's more popular. LSU has the best resume in the country. And whoever wins this game at 3:30 between them should be the number one team because they will have beaten a like team. If Alabama wins, Alabama should jump to number one. LSU wins, LSU should jump to number one. I hate the whole, oh, so-and-so was ranked here. You placed them there. That should have nothing to do with it. Ohio State beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin already lost to Illinois. Damian Pierce getting more burn, man, and it's showing the caliber of player that he is. He's so physical, man. People don't want to tackle somebody like that. If I'm Florida, I'm giving him the ball 20 times a game and seeing what can happen from it. Like, no disrespect to LaMichael P. Ryan's put in that work. He has definitely put in that work. But, man, Damian Pierce is the future. Stingley ups his stock today, says Nakia. Nakia, man, stop smoking, dude. Stingley's a true freshman. What stock could he possibly up? What are we talking about here? Your stock is when you're draft eligible. Gonna up his stock 2 years before the draft. It's your stock because it don't really have a chance to really go back down, right? If he do good this game and have bad next 2 years, and what would this game have mattered? OSU best win is Cincy. That's not the best win. It's close though. Michael P. Ron. So they're just attacking the edges, right? Passes, swings, and everything like that. Nothing in the middle of the field. That just shows you the lack of trust for the offensive line. Everything to the edges. But what did I say? The Hacker a win by any means necessary. Uh-oh. That didn't go well. If you have an 18 playoff, it takes away from the regular season games. I don't know. There's so many teams that would it really take that much away from the regular season games? What if it was an 18 playoff and the top two had like a bye or something? They had like a playoff game, like a play-in game, like what happens in baseball. Only adds one more game. You can put me on pink slip notice. I don't like LSU scoring more than 24, fam. Hey, Gator Jones, Clean Boxing Talk has a request to be put in pink slip notice. So Clean Boxing Talk wants to be put on pink slip notice. He says LSU won't score more than 24. Bama came to play. If LSU doesn't score 24 points, Bama came to play. I'll be honest with you. They scored that, man. That may be my favorite to win the Natty. They can hold LSU to 24 points. I did say that they will hold them to 27, but 24 seems a little different to me. We got you, Clean Boston Talk. Your wish is our command. We got people request to be put on pink slip notice. We had the one dude who said he wanted to be on pink sheet notice. We didn't know what that was. That was a little strange. The kid says not gonna happen. I don't think either team's defenses are prepared for their opposing offenses, says Sloan Cole. A 16 playoff be hard with a top 2 bye. Richard Garage. White. Who's White? Well, hold on. What was the starting lineup for the offensive lineman out there? Was there some change-ups? Any Florida people out there, Gator? Minnesota scored again? Am I going to watch the Penn State game? I don't know, man. I have I have Florida's a primary cover of mine, so I would literally be cutting off my nose to spite the face just for a few people who will be watching the Penn State game here. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of Florida Gators fans on this channel. I have 0 Penn State fans on this channel. Maybe a few from the spring game thing that I did, but nothing that matters. It's still a business. Which game do I want to be watching? I want to be watching the Penn State game. Minnesota in the top 5 calling it because they just scored. Penn State is not a top 4 team in your opinion. Why? Because Minnesota scored on them? But you would readily say LSU is a top whatever team, and Texas put up 500 yards on it and over 40-something points. What are we doing in life? What's up with this bias? Gator Jones in the house. Murph, I think it does like the game with LSU Bama is huge right now. I feel like if an 18 playoff takes a lot off that game. I can kind of see your reasoning right there. But if you give the first 2 people a bye, right, that earned it, that would still be a huge game. Who's not going to want to bye? You know how many people you can get healthy with a bye week? Daniel D. Nope, stick with the Gators. Sorry, guys. We need our Gators coverage. Exactly. Anybody chat for me to watch the Penn State game? I doubt it. So always remember, it's business first here. I have bills to pay. All right, Forsyth, Hagee, Buchanan, Bleich, and DeLance started. Bleich transferred, bro. How you start when you transfer? What is the top 5 things that Sloan just did wrong in that particular manner? Bleich transferred last week. Where did he get that from? He's looking at some old shit from 1976. Ethan White. All right, that's what I was wondering. I was like, who the hell is White? Ethan White and Richard Garage. So there's two new in the offensive lineup. Anyone else? So it went Stonefeet Forsyth, and then Hagee, I would imagine. Buchanan. Well, hold on. I'm confused. Who's out? They really are disrespecting Emory, if you ask me, but I'm not the head ball coach, says John Emerson. This is what people kept saying last year about Justin Fields and Jake Fromm, but I think it's not even completely or not remotely the same. Jake Fromm was on the national championship team, right? That totally erased what they did the previous year, right? So he was in the second year, thought if he would get better, and he was having a good season. He's the 4th highest rated passer in the country. Kyle Trask doing pretty good, right? But the Gators aren't in playoff contention anymore. I think it's time to give him a little bit more of an opportunity. All right, so Garage started. Ricky said stick with the Gators. Exactly. I want anybody else think I need to go to Penn State? Somebody let me know. We'll take a vote. I can just see a Cam Newton transfer situation happening. I wonder if Cam would have transferred, though, had he not gotten in trouble. Think he would have waited it out? The way to solve it is to put the games on college campuses. 18 playoff and higher seed get home field advantage. There you go. Touchdown. P. Diddy, and he danced. Maryland feeling some separation anxiety with Garrett Wilson right now. Was it a long touchdown with Garrett Wilson? 7-14? You mean 14-7? Come on, George. Always put the greater number first. Being a UGA fan, less Florida coverage, cover Penn State. You're a UGA fan that's not even a member of my site. So what kind of UGA fan are you? That screams more Florida coverage. I bet you if I put up a Florida page, I bet you it'd probably be popping. Commercial Hound says, go Gators. What are we saying here? What are we doing here? I think the Gators have spoken. Bucks inside the 5? Oh, okay. What's the score of the Ohio State fan? Chris Sloan said a fake UGA fan. That's messed up. Murph, I would die for an Auburn page, says Jal. I put it on the docket, remember? I said whoever won the it's still really pretty much going underway because I never made another Patreon site. So I have not I have not really yet replaced the Clemson site that I had, right? Which is working out better. It allows me the opportunity to put more stuff on the YouTube channel. So it has to be something that really blows me away to get another Patreon page because I can just put this stuff on the YouTube channel and not have to do double the content. Gator wants to see a Florida Patreon page. John says, pay up. So now the question is how much you value your life. Daniel D wants me to do the Florida Patreon. He's ready to join now. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. You know how hard it is to have multiple websites in a YouTube channel? You know how much content I have to pump out? I have to get that bad boy to where people are understanding that I have other stuff to do. Because in Georgia, if I don't do something for a few days, I feel like cats be like, what are we gonna? I gotta go. Do you think FSU will get prime time? Will get prime time? You think you're acting like he's Bob Stoops and where you have to court him? They could be like, all right, Deion Sanders, we'll give you $215. He's like, I'll take it. You getting someone like Bob Stoops? You're just hiring someone like prime time. Oh no, Fab gone. Don't do that to me, man. What shirt I'm gonna make it Fab 5 leave? I'll be struggling to think of something. Fab 5 was perfect. And he's my Georgia boy. Peyton Mack, LSU, baby. Let's get it, Murph. LSU coming through. All right, let's talk some LSU. What's up? Peyton Mack changing the subject on you. All right, so what I like about LSU, if it were to be Alabama, I think would probably be the chance to have some explosive plays. Right? I wonder how Alabama would feel if they did give up 60 and 70-yard touchdowns. That's a team that I could see it going down the tubes for if that were to happen, right? Because I feel like those are a bunch of proud kids, a whole bunch of speed kids and everything like that. If they were to give up 50 and 60-yard touchdowns, I could see the morale of the team going down from there. And I think LSU has a chance to at least threaten you in that manner, right? At the very least, they can threaten you in that manner. And you have to expect them to probably break off something one. But if that tempo gets going and they keep cranking out them explosive plays and get that tempo going, they snap the ball before most teams are even ready. That's what I like about LSU, right? Because it's so simple. You don't have to think about anything. You can get up there and snap the ball, and you already know what you're about to do because you only have one or two options to where you're going to go with the ball. Good Lord. How does it seem like every Ohio State game is at home? Doesn't it seem like that? The car is in the house. The car is a Georgia fan. The car is my dude. Hands on man, pause. Who's that down? Is that P. Diddy, LaMichael Piron? LSU got to stop Bama explosive plays, special teams plays. The thing about that is, I think if there's a turnover, it actually may be from Alabama's special teams. I think Jalen Waddle, as great as he is, sometimes he tries to do a little bit too much. Sloan in the house, he says 100. Tim Tebow in the house. Gator says, I don't know his name. Sorry, who we talking about, Gator? Oh, it's a DB, a number 2 DB? That would be Brad Stewart, wouldn't it? Why y'all late? What's wrong with y'all's internet? Hey, remember y'all told me it was lagging on the last one, right? So I went back and watched that section. If you go back and watch it on YouTube, you can clearly see there was no lag on my end. So what was going on in y'all's end? I told you, it tells me when it's lagging on here. So I think y'all had been on too long and needed to refresh. Y'all got that limited internet. Man, it didn't go back and I'm telling you, go back and watch it. It said 2 hours and 40-something minutes or something like that. I watched it 2 or 3 times. I think it got funny at that time period. And it was not lagging. It does not lag on the YouTube playback. Probably a server client issue between us and YouTube. There you go. OG said he had to refresh. B. Wyman in the house. Penn State being held to a field goal. Gator says Brad Stewart Murph. Why are you going to take Brad Stewart Murph? And I literally answered when you said it was a DB. I said, number 2, it's Brad Stewart. I'm confused. You guys got slow internets or you ain't listening or both. I already said that. Daniel D said it was lagging. It wasn't lagging on my end. That means you guys got to do it. I'm telling you, it was come up and it flashes like red or whatever like that. It's like, oh, you in trouble. And I was looking at it. It was perfect. It said the connection was perfect. So you guys needed to refresh your internet. 14-10 Minnesota. Ohio State I saw was 21-0. Who else is playing at noon of significance? Mears. The interwebs were on that. Wody. They need a connection test. Gator says slow at typing on here, my bad. But I said it. You should have just said, yeah, that's right, Murph. Hello and thanks. Says B. Wyman. That nut job, what happened to that nut job dude? And then my boy Perry Malcolm, man, he's been on the channel for a minute. He went nut job on us today with the little pink hearts and stuff. He said the same thing like 5 times, and I had like a bunch of little pink hearts on it. I don't know what's going on with Perry Malcolm, man. Hopefully his account was taken over by some dudes who may have a little splint in their tank. Adam Schuler. What Coach K say about Gus Malzahn? I forgot to ask him. I'm going to ask him right now for you. I'm going to text him. Sort of showing up. Carter. All right, so Carter's in the game. What happened to Jeremiah Moon? I don't think you guys ever told me. What happened to him? Not that I'm complaining. Look at my boy. Y'all saw my boy Chris Bogle? Look at all that young talent that was just on the field. Coach K says, why leave Auburn? That's goofy to me. I'll tell you why to leave Auburn, because they're going to make his ass leave here pretty soon. And Coach K says Penn State can't stop Minnesota. Well, that was your answer. He said, why leave Auburn? In my opinion, you leave Auburn because I think Auburn's eventually going to make you leave. Oh, Donovan Steiner. Muscle relaxing. What kind of pressure package was that? I saw Diabate on the field. Man, I think an injury like Jeremiah Moon helps out. Because first and foremost, it probably makes it the way he can't shine enough to go to the NFL. He'll come back, and then you get the young players enough experience as well. Look, you saw that Diabate was coming in on, what was he? Robbed him. That was a robber coverage. Robbed him. So listen, look at that. Look at that. Let's be real here. You wouldn't want to have Felipe Franks over this dude at Vanderbilt? That's what I'm saying. You can't say Felipe Franks is complete trash. He went for 24-6 in the SEC. This Vanderbilt dude, he ain't going for 24-6 if you add up 4 seasons. Malik Davis, I'm scared when he has the ball. He gonna fumble. Who will Auburn want as a new coach? Now remember when I said that Florida State, it wouldn't be in their best interest to take like a Mel Tucker? Mel Tucker could go hard at Auburn, though. Florida State can't afford to go and try somebody with a little experience, right, after with the Willie Taggart stuff. But I think Auburn can do that right after Gus Malzahn. Mel Tucker, he recruit his ass off in this area. People love Mel Tucker. OG Fran says, what's his name again? Who we talking about? Mel Tucker is a head coach. That's hard. Deion Sanders being considered. Nakia all late. Literally. We already been talked about that. The Vanderbilt WH. Vanderbilt, who's that? Greg Rousseau has 12 sacks. I mean, I told y'all that boy was going to be when people were talking about the defensive lineman at Miami, when I was talking about how Florida played them and some of the guys who they had to block, that was one of the first guys that I named. Rousseau is the truth. And I saw that when he was coming in, I had to do something on him when I worked at canesport.com. That was towards the end of my time there, and I had to do stuff on the people that were coming in, right, the true freshmen. Josh Hammond, he always gets lost in the sauce. Man, Greg Rizzo has more sacks or just as many sacks as Chase Young? That's hard. Copeland. You can't tell me Copeland don't look the part. I wish Josh Hammond was a redshirt junior. He'd be a nice cat to kind of play that Freddie Swain role. Uh-oh, slow Kyle Trask. Mold it in there. This is what I want to see. I don't want to see Vanderbilt score. Emory Jones gonna transfer. That's hard. That ain't hard. That's not hard. Fast V says UF offense is poo. How, Sway? UF offense put up like 900 yards against LSU. What we talking about here? Oh, Riley Neal. Oh, the US QB. That's Riley Neal. I don't know. Who cares? He's not worth knowing. Copeland at UGA will be gangster. Copeland's got some serious hops. I'd love to see. I bet you he has a nice dunk. Did he play basketball or something like that? He got some hops. Robbed him. That was a good call. That Steiner interception. Emory could have done that too. I do believe Emory could have done that too. That's what I'm saying. I think you're all but conceding the fact that you want Kyle Trask to start next year. That's what it says to me. Or you don't believe in Emory Jones or something. I think because Kyle Trask is not going anywhere. I don't think he would. I guess technically he could leave as a grad trans, right? If Kyle Trask left as a grad transfer, I think he'd actually be pretty popular on the market. Ricky Johnson says 14-0, go Gators. These Vanderbilt offensive linemen been at the buffet for too long. I hate to break it to you, Gators Low. We said this and we established this when we first started this channel. Anybody who using the word cap probably shouldn't be up in this chat. This chat is for adults. We don't use that type of language here. We use shit that Jadakiss use. We're not talking like whatever the rappers is now. The Amigos and all these people. We old heads up in here. If Fab don't say it, does Fab say it? Maybe Fab do say it. All right, where were we at? Marcus Coward, you a Miami fan? What do you think about Mullen going after Gatewood? I know we would have 5-5, Fab 5, but he would have to sit a year anyway. So that means he would. Marcus Coward, what would attract you to this particular chat right here? If you know I ain't never talked about Miami in my life. Gatewood. That would only be if you lost Emory Jones, in my opinion. Only if you lost Emory Jones. But if it's between the two, man, I want to say I saw them play each other. And was it when Gatewood came here? They played. I was at the game. Oh, they played. I think they played Cartersville when it came. They played Trevor Lawrence. But I think they actually played on the same day at the same field. Like it was something like that. I wouldn't take Joey Gatewood over Emory Jones. Not at all. But if Emory Jones left, then I think he could do something with someone like Gatewood. John says, Murph bringing the content. No, we do, baby. This is how we do. Mark said, good college football talk. You keep it real. Oh, yeah. Authenticity, baby. Y'all give me an update on the Penn State game. Y'all know I'm jonesing. Brad Stewart back. Brad Stewart back about to break his neck, too. You see that tackle? Do not lead with your freaking neck like that. What's up with people tackling these days, man? Jesus, head to the outside. Just come on. Head on the outside. Drive. Clinch fist or interlocking below the buttocks. Drive. Come on, man. What we doing here, man? These cats out here gonna be having to have somebody wipe their ass when they paralyzed. I can't get that. You can get that for me. Don't let it be. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you might have to smell like shit for a little bit, homie. Oh, I see some young guys in here. Chester Kimbrough's in the game. Oh, Stewart out again. Somebody got to wipe his ass for him. Does he want to tackle with his neck? All right, time to get Stewart up out of there and let Trey Dean play his position and then try something new, please. Maurice, are you asking me that? I'm confused. Why are you asking me that? Maurice is the only person I know that don't watch the content but is always here. I done told you 15. Hopefully you're asking someone else that. I've only said 417,000 times that CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion, is the best receiver in the country. Stewart done. What happened? What happened on the replay? Was it a hamstring or something like that? What was he grabbing? Hope Trey starts at safety next year. Why they don't try it this year? Like, come on. Like, this is how you make your team better. Get that man a shot to already do it right now. What are you going to lose? Other people can play the nickel spot. Give him some reps at safety right now. You're going to go into the offseason with him, have never played the position. Suppose you were able to give him reps last year at the nickel spot, right? And you saw he couldn't do it. You would know not to play him this year at the nickel spot, right? Oh, it was his knee? Oh, damn. I don't like to see nobody. When will you start talking Mizzou, Georgia? The minute you super chat, and then we can talk Missouri, Georgia. How about that? Dr. Pepper Fansville. Olav is sneaky underrated. Yeah, he's definitely underrated. Mel Tucker's offense is one rank higher than Florida. Florida's also played against – look at the teams Florida have played, though. Compare that to the teams Colorado has played. What are we doing in life here, bro? Life is about competition. It's not about stats. What happened to the QBs waiting their turns as juniors, man? This ain't 1997 no more, bro. These days, you get a cat, he'd be a red shirt junior, and he'd still have a great career. These days, these dudes be halfway through their true freshman seasons thinking about transferring. OG Francis, Colorado has 5 L's in the Pac-12. And it's the Pac-12. The worst defensive conference. People be talking about the defense in the Big 12. Pac-12 got some. They got a couple of teams that got some hard defenses, but man. Yeah, I'm struggling. Who's number 34 for Florida? And where's Amari Burney? I'm confused. He got up and then grabbed the back of his knee. Those are like knee spasms. Oh, Kyer Elam out there. I see some young people out there. Who's number 34? Bro, I'm from Cali, and the Pac-12 defense is horrible. You ain't got to tell me, bro. I covered USC for 3 years at Rivals.com. I had to do all those film studies on all those teams. I used to be like, oh, man. I was like, I like paying my bills, but I might go homeless so I can stop watching this defensive football. Well, I'll tell you, I was just talking about Diabate, right? So I did the whole thing on the front seven, and I was talking about Diabate, and he's out here showing out. But they don't have no young talent. Name them. Like I said before, pull the receipts. Well, let's be honest, he was just let go right there. He was a free runner, but still. 2 sacks in one game from Diabate. You never know until these guys get on the field, man. Diabate seems to be ahead of my boy Chris Bogle. Imagine that. And you still got Brenton Cox. Do you think Franks will stay another year? I don't know these guys. When Bernie's out today, so who's number 34? I don't know. I don't know these guys. I'm not the one. See, that's what people like to do in the industry, right? I have vast connections, know a ton of people, and I will let you know flat out because I'm authentic and real. I don't fake the funk. If I don't know somebody, I don't pretend to. I had the Paramedics rap your. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all knew that 50 Cent song. But no, I don't know him. I don't know what he'll do. Now, if you can ask me what should he do, then we can talk, right? I can have an opinion on what he should do. But if I don't know him, I'm not going to pretend to. Most of the people in this industry, right? I've worked with a lot of these people. These people be faking the funk. They don't know shit. He should. I would be honest with you. I think he should come back because he's more of a fit. He's more of a fit. Ooh, checkmate. Kyle Pitts. He's more of a, I think still, you see Dan Mullen calling stuff for Big Stiff, Kyle Tractor Trask, Tractor Trailer Trask. And that's because he has that in his blood. He's like, man, I want a quarterback who can threaten somebody with their legs. His counter QB run game and all that stuff is gone. Been in the edges. Van Jefferson. Vanny. Trayvon Grimes needs to come back, man. I don't know why y'all were putting him in the leaving category. What would he need to leave for? He gonna leave with like 10 catches? What is that gonna do for you? Not saying that it can't happen, but he needs to come back, in my opinion. If I'm giving him an evaluation. And as I say that, they pass the ball to him. Let him get his little 5 yards. That's it for him today. Average QBs need to come out this year. Next year, NFL Combine may have Fields, Eason, Lawrence, and Fromm. That's hard. That's hard. But this year, what, Tua, Herbert, and whom else? So you trying to say Trash should come out? Trash about to throw another pick. P-Ron tries to catch with his chest too much. He has no hands. I don't know about that. I've seen P-Ron make some really good hands catches. Hurts. Yep, Hurts gonna be in there. Trash said he was staying another year already, says Vicky. Vicky, you gotta pull the receipts when you say stuff like that. How you just pop up like that, Vicky? What's up with you? You was just lurking on your boy like that. Dang, you're giving up sacks to Vanderbilt. Kyle Trask holding on to the ball too long. He said it on a YouTube interview. Murph, do you think Florida recruiting will get better? I do think Florida recruiting will get better. Just continue to win. You go to 10 and then 11 wins. Kids want to see that. Then kids can see that, like, okay, people are saying that these guys are leaving. I can potentially step into a team that won a significant amount of games. But what is getting better? Does it need to be a top? Do you think Florida's going to be a top 3? It's not going to be a top 3 recruiting outfit. It's just not. So are you trying to say, can it be from 5 to 10 range? Well, it was already in the top 10. What do you want it to do? I don't understand. You want it to be, give me a number. Give me a number. Diabate is a dope name too. Bad it looks like diabetes. Dang. That's hard. Can't think of I can't do that on a shirt. Top 5 you want? All right, so From what I know about the big boys who play the recruiting game, I was just talking about this earlier with Coach K. Georgia plays recruiting extremely well, right? It's all in on recruiting. Alabama is all in on recruiting. Ohio State is all in on recruiting. Clemson just won 2 national championships in 3 years. It's going to be hard to out-recruit them. It is extremely hot right now. That's 4 teams right there. Texas is Texas, right? Those guys have been recruiting, maybe not so this year, but you know that they have enough out there to where they've had back-to-back top 3 recruiting classes. They're in the mix. Auburn is all in on recruiting. LSU, hot like fire, getting a lot of publicity right now. Probably going to be hard to just out-recruit it. If you start really just breaking it down like it is, if you know recruiting and know the inner workings of recruiting, it's going to be hard to be a top 5 recruiting conglomerate for Florida. But it doesn't need to be. It has a superior coaching staff, in my opinion, as far as developing players. Now, the in-game coaching and all that, we can talk about. But as far as developing players, I think we're seeing a lot of these players perform outside of their skill set, in my opinion. Or their team is performing. Oh, man, I just seen Andrew Chatfield. Diabate, man. Diabate's about, 213 pounds? How much does Marcel Brooks weigh? That's what I'm saying. We're seeing a wave of some of these young, smaller cats. Diabate in. Man said, preach. Gophers done picked. Oh, man, they picked off Sean Clifford. Are they going to end my Penn State coverage before it begins? Y'all going to force me to stay in the within my footprint. I want to venture out. I was thinking, if not Penn State, Notre Dame. I got to do something. I was supposed to do Michigan and Ohio State, and then I opened it back up. And Florida entered the fray. And Oklahoma over there tripping. His fans all goofy. Diabate getting a lot of shine on TV now. Look at that. Diabate with the edge contain. Kyrie Campbell, redshirt junior. Should Kyrie Campbell go to the NFL? Should he not return and get his name called a lot more than he would if Jabari Zuniga and Grenard and those guys were here? Mistake looking too far ahead. Exactly. When your biggest game is the very next week, I always struggle with that if you're a kid. That's what kids do. They look ahead. Happened to Wisconsin. You're going to overlook a team that's 8-0, even if they haven't really played anybody? So what they're doing is they're traveling Diabate, right? So they're keeping him on the close side of the formation, I noticed. So he doesn't necessarily have to go against, because of his size, he gets to go against a tight end instead of some type of lineman. But you know what I would do? I'll run counter, weak side counter to his ass, or strong side counter to his ass, and make him defend the run. That's some specimens in the crowd, I see. Antoine Winfield Jr. with the pick. I love Antoine Winfield Sr. when he was at Ohio State, man. He's one of the best football players ever. He was the original Honey Badger. A coach who can develop average talent and make those players above average, borderline great, is more valuable to me than a coach who has a top recruiting class but can't win games. That's hard. Damn, Keyshawn Vaughn out of the game. Vanderbilt's in trouble. James Houston on the play. A lot of young talent making plays today, man. Shouldn't sacrifice development for recruiting. College football is a whole other planet than high school. If you can't transition your players, you can have as many 5-stars as you want. Sloan, who wrote that for you, bro? The kid says kids go where they can impact right away or win and compete right away. Kid with the Captain Obvious. Touchdown, Minnesota. What's the score? Somebody give me the score. 21-10. Oh, God. You know what's funny about this game? These are two candidates for Florida State's head coaching job, right? You think the winner of it will be the apple of Florida State's eye? They have to go get Mr. Row Your Boat. Oh, dang. Somebody got slapped. Minnesota is legit, bro. Are we still in the first half? We've seen this happen 50 million times, right? First half, they come out, then second half, the team makes adjustments and then gets in that ass. Minnesota beats Penn State. Row the boat, drive the boat, dude, or whatever his name is. He's about to be hot than a mug. I better get ready for them annoying ass catchphrases, though. Hello and thanks. That's our catchphrase here. Minnesota playing at home. Oh, it's a home game for Minnesota? Really wasn't expecting this from Minnesota. Caleb, you've never watched Minnesota a day in your life. I hate when people do that. How you ain't going to expect some shit and you don't even watch them? I wasn't expecting this. That means you're just going by what other people were saying. Why don't you do your own legwork, Caleb? Murph, why you a head coach? Murph, why would a head coach leave Penn State for FSU? Did you not watch the last live stream? I had that very debate with my boy Coach K right up on this live stream. I said the same thing. I was like, why would you leave Penn State to go to Florida State? He said because of the recruiting footprint. He says that you can recruit at Florida State where Penn State recruits, but you couldn't recruit where Florida State recruits if you're Penn State. He said James Franklin would win a national championship at Florida State with those type of kids that he could get there. Jacob Copeland. I don't agree, though. I think I wouldn't leave Penn State for Florida State. All right, Sloan, you're going to be covering Bama and LSU live? Damn, I didn't think about that. I was trying to, trying to get in here so I could just watch that game. I don't know. I might come in after that game or at halftime or something. But no, I got to be watching that game. I got to be breaking it down, baby. Donnie Walker said, roll tide. Coming in here chilly. Chris says, tag. Chris got that splint in his tank. Come on, Sloan Cole. You bet the pool hall was splint in your tank. You know they don't play that at the pool hall. They crack one of them sticks over your head. You Otayan. Otay. Snap. I don't think that's a catch from Jacob Copeland. But it's a good try. Put your hands down like that. Some people would try to cradle it. He tried to hands catch that bad boy going down. That's hard. A lot of young guys in the game today, man. I'm telling you, this was a perfect game for that. Pierce in the house, Copeland making plays, Diabate, number 34, who nobody wants to tell me who he is. Don't just pop in on us, bro. You got the wrong stream. Don't pop in. Watch content. Mullen Pissy can get the catch, but UGA can. Wonder what the rankings will shake up to be if Penn State loses. Oh, that's Brunson. Okay, yeah, Jalen Brunson. Mullen extra angry this year. You see Billy Gonzalez ain't looking at him in the eye anymore either. PSU looking like that Titanic, going down slow. It's the first half, man. That's why it's hard for me to watch football with people. It's the first half, dude. Really, all the first half on these noon kickoffs and stuff like that, I'll be like, whatever. On the second half, going into the fourth quarter, then we can talk. First half scores, that's what I do to that. Clifford high on everything. Coach O gonna be lit today, says Nakia. His name is Ladrick Munson? I thought it was Jalen. I'm confused. Oh, Baylor's playing. What's Baylor's score? TCU up 6-0. Okay. Could you give a quick overview of Derek Brown? All right, so Derek Brown's a guy I've known for a long time, right here in Gwinnett County. I saw him live quite a few times when he was in high school, and I knew he would do exactly what he could do because he has unusual quickness for a guy that's over 300 pounds, right? I was at a game one time, he mossed somebody for a touchdown, right? They lined him up at like a fullback, right? It was nuts, right? Mossed, I'm talking about jumped over him, was like, give me that. Give me that. Just a freak, twitchy type athlete that just happened to grew into a 300-pound guy. And his demeanor, on-field demeanor is nasty. His off-field demeanor is smooth and cool. Power moves, finesse moves. He's just a complete player. He's a guy you can play from anywhere from a 1 out to a 5 if necessary. But he's probably best, I would say, man, probably in the NFL. In the NFL, I'd probably trim him up a little bit and see if he can play like a 3 technique. But he can play that shade 1 and be straight as well. Sloaney here, pop in. Old popcorn. We go hard here. Real football head. What's wrong with Sloan? Sloan going off that woody already. Sloan, it's just 117. You already gone? These defensive linemen nowadays are ridiculously athletic. I don't know. They had some freaky athletes back in the day, too. Elam put the boom on Buddy. I ain't seen it yet. Let's get it. What's going to happen? So we have Marco on the inside. Is that? Elam on the outside. I love it. No, not Elam on the outside. That is Elam on the outside. See, Elam can run, man. He's got a little bit more wheels than Trey Dean. Elam's out there getting some time. I'm gonna keep naming them. Y'all keep sleeping on Florida. Elam getting time. Diabate balling. Jacob Copeland balling. Damian Pierce balling. But they don't got nobody coming back, Cletus. Kyrie Campbell out there. Sean Davis with that range, man. I love Sean Davis's range, man. Looking like Reggie Nelson. So obviously Sean Davis comes back too, right? Oh no, they're not trying to say this is targeting or anything, are they? He hit him on the shoulder. I don't know what's up with Penn State defense. Penn State getting outplayed. Relax. Start talking like this in the third quarter. Just relax. Chillax, relax. Halftime adjustments and noon games are where football is made. Dang, my freaking laptop is not plugged in. Are they trying to say this is targeting? Why they keep showing this? They better not get this man out the game for this. Oh, they put him on autonomous driver. That's what happened. Oh, come on. Do not put him out the game for this. He turned his shoulder. He did not leave with his helmet, and he hit him on the shoulder. All right, come on. I thought he hit him in the shoulder. Now, Buddy going to sleep. That ain't no Sean Davis. Oh, he good? It's not targeting? Let's go. Why they even look at that? Buddy on autonomous driver though. I ain't gonna lie. The car's operating without the help of his mind. A lot of talent returning. I'm telling you, don't be sleeping on Florida like that. Who got caught for targeting? Oh, nobody did. They was looking at a Sean Davis hit, but it ended up not being. Vicky said the announcers suck. I can't hear him. I'm on. This is what I do. Very rare that I have the sound up watching a football game. I don't need to hear some goofball talking about football. Man, what we doing, man? Where's the thumbs up, man? Y'all tripping. Give your boy the thumbs up, man. All you people up in here. Marvin in the house, he says, go dogs. All you people up in here with the thumbs up, man. Marvin, hit the thumbs up. I know all you people. Let's get it to 130. Daniel D said they didn't even look at it. Trevor says Penn State holds the field goal. Minnesota 24-10. Says Vicky. VTW hit the thumbs up. Another sack. Uh-oh. Who's going to get it? Let me guess. Who's in the game? I see a nickel blitz come in. I see a nickel. Somebody inching for a nickel blitz. Oh, who got it? David Reese. David Reese. And then somebody was on the channel asking me why Todd Grantham doesn't blitz. I'm like, Houseway? You think I call that man Dr. Pressure for no reason? I like how Cure defense is looking today, Murph. You see all the switching we did on the back end. All the switching on the back end from a schematic standpoint or from a personnel standpoint. What we talking about? Because obviously I'm watching and talking. Stuff that I should never do I hate talking when I'm at football. I'll sit here and be quiet and silent by myself my whole life watching football. What happened with the targeting call? It wasn't targeting. Daniel D said, let's go like the vid. Let's get it to 130. Damn, nobody, come on. Where we at? Reese is a beast, says Vicky. Yeah, Reese is the man. Oh, more Swain, please. All right, 114 to go. I got to go at halftime. Y'all weren't making it worth my while to stay around, so I definitely got to go at halftime on this one. I may come back after the LSU game, but I'm not sure about that because that's when Georgia is playing. Or, yeah, I don't know. Or maybe the end of the LSU game, LSU Bama game going into the Georgia. I don't know. I'll think of something. Been sleeping on Clemson, man. I got to get on my Clemson game. All the Clemson people are mad. They're like, what happened to all the Clemson content on the channel? I'm like, man, y'all ain't watched when I said that I was going to replace Clemson content? Trayvon Grimes is hard. Trayvon Grimes can come back. Like I said before, you wouldn't want to see a receiving core with Grimes, Copeland, and Kadarius Toney and Kyle Pitts. If you're Trayvon Grimes, you come back because you're elevated like at least 3 or 4 spots, right? You probably be the man on the team. Oh, Coach K responded, yeah, come on, what do you guys do? I literally answered when it wasn't even that long. It probably was 15 seconds later, Maurice. I said what he said. He said, why leave Auburn? That's remember, and I said that I said I would leave Auburn because I think they're going to make Gus Malzahn leave Auburn anyway. So why not leave before they can make you leave? But he didn't say no. Trevor, during your LSU versus Bama, you did not break down the coaching. I think it is a pivotal in the game. Go Tigers. Break down the coaching. Would you want me to break down the coaching while you saying go Tigers? I'm pretty sure Nick Saban is a better coach than anything that LSU is trying now. So I don't understand this. There's a lot of Nick Saban has a lot of veteran coaches on his team, first and foremost, right? So Steve Sarkisian, former head coach. My man Kyle Flood, former head coach at Rutgers. Got Charles Kelly on the staff, long time superstar defensive coach, right? Florida State, Auburn. But Nick Saban, man, why would you bring up coaching with Nick Saban? I'm confused. Nick Saban is the best there is doing it while Urban Meyer is on hiatus. But that's definitely a good point. Coaching will come down. I have a hard time putting anybody above anything dealing with Alabama if we're talking about coaching. So that's why I think it may be more of the Jimmys versus the Joes. Slow Kyle Trask. See, that's what I'm saying right there. Somebody like Emory Jones probably would have got him another 10 or 15 yards on a play like that. Sean Clifford threw another pick? Or is we talking about, please don't tell me it's Kyle Trask throwing another pick. Oh, no. Oh, no. This better not be his 6th pick of the season and y'all getting on Felipe Franks. I'm going to let y'all have it. I'll play it right down the middle. You better be talking about Sean Clifford. All right, what we got? Back shoulder fade gone wrong. Is that a pick though? Yeah, is that a pick? So how many? I want y'all to look it up. How many picks is that for Kyle Trask? What did I tell you? Kyle Trask to give you them bunnies. Oh, the same dude got it? Probably was a little bit of a pass interference, but it is what it is. That's definitely a pick if they don't call pass interference. That was a bad throw. That's not what kind of back shoulder fade was that? That couldn't have been a back shoulder fade. He threw it upfield. I don't know, man. At the very least, what did I tell you? I think he'd throw 10 picks this year. Remember, he did not play the first 3 games. Was it the first 3 or the first 2? He got 1 foot in. He got 1. Dang, that's bad. Van got held though. Even though he got held, man, what kind of throw was that? Why are you throwing an upfield pass like it's a seam route or something like that? Hit the back shoulder and then allow only where at least the percentage would say that only Van Jefferson will have a chance to react to the back shoulder like that. Kyle has 6 interceptions. All right, says Gator. All right, Gator, I want you to look up Felipe Franks and see how many he ended up with an entire season last year. And technically, Kyle threw 7 interceptions because I'm not going to forget the bad pick that he threw at the LSU game, but that was just erased by a roughing the passer. All right, so it makes sense on basically. All right, well, that's the end of the first half. Kyle has 6, and Felipe has 6 last year. And B. Wyman said it was a bogus roughing the passer penalty at that. So B. Wyman is trying to say that he should have 7 interceptions. Corey says, imagine if Chase Young was playing today. Can't. Maryland sucks. Les says that sweatshirt is dope. Les got the t-shirt version. There you go, Les. You already know what it looked like. Why are they replaying this? What happened? Well, they still have more time. I'm confused. Oh, they call it timeout? They're going to just have to run the ball, right? You would imagine. This is kind of pointless. I guess if you figure they could fumble if they run the ball. Or they're just going to take the safety? Oh, I'm about to say. That was weird. That was a weird first half. I'm not going to lie. You're up enough to where I would probably want to see Fab 5 play a little bit, right? One thing you'll notice about me is I'll take a cat that don't turn the ball over anybody because that allows a lot of shit to happen for you positive. 6 turnovers in 7 games that he's played? So that should be 7-7. But he's young in his development too, but he's not young in his age. Emory Jones is literally young in his age and young in his development. He could be the future of your program. You can have him essentially for the next 3 or 4 years. Watching these row the boat highlights. Drive the boat highlights. All right, y'all, I got to go. I got people looking for me right now. All right, man, I'm going to see what I'm going to do later on with the LSU game. I appreciate everybody who come in and talk to your boy on this one. Thank you to all the super chatters. Appreciate the support. But let's get it popping with this LSU-Alabama game, man. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk about Georgia. Hopefully Georgia comes out and just smashes those boys, just like Florida doing Vanderbilt right here, and we can move on to the next one. Especially without Kelly Bryant. But y'all let me know what y'all want, man. In fact, y'all don't get nothing. None of y'all super chatted. Franks had 8 in 2017. Why are we talking about 2017? We're talking about last year. Don't try to play him like that. Last year he played for Dan Mullen. 2017, he didn't play for Dan Mullen. Hoping to see Emory play more in the second half, says Vicky. TCU 9-0. Marcus said later. Shout out to you, Marcus. Thank you for the super chat. Gator Jones says more Fab 5. They should definitely put Fab 5 in the second half, says Caleb. Penn State in the red zone, says Moonshine. Damn, they still playing? Dogs definitely need to squash Mizzou and let Cager and Swift sit in the second half. Damn, you got when you're relying on Lawrence Cager to sit in the second half, something didn't go right with your receiver core. You had to tell him to sit in the second half like he's CD Lamb. That's some shit you say to CD Lamb. Sit in the second half, bro. You going to the league. You'll be a first round draft. You letting Lawrence Cager sit in the second half? What we doing here in life? What went wrong? We need to talk to Jeremiah Holloman. All right, y'all. Thank you. Peace.